Hey friends, it's Brett and Win and Lori, and we're outside.
Yay! Hey guys!
We did it! We did it! We made it outside!
Woohoo! It's fine.
Bluebird Day!
I only scraped the ice off the windshield this morning, but it's fine.
I know. It's baby steps. Baby steps. We're actually at the recording of this. We're now less than a week away from our reopen date happening on May 1st, and we've got all kinds of plans. There's a new beer out that we're enjoying here. It's a West Coast style IPA.
I'm enjoying more than
I know.
You're enjoying.
I'm savoring mine. You can get another one though. I guess I can get another one too. Yeah. But we've got all kinds of events planned for May. I mean, Brisket Friday happens later in the month, and there's going to be brewery tours and stuff like that. And we have a special guest here today to talk about another event that's going to be coming up on Wednesdays in May. Win, would you please introduce our special guest?
Drum roll. Anybody get a drum roll? Okay, we would like to welcome our special guest, Willie. And Ann! Come on in, Ann.
Somebody's got to drive him here.
Yeah.
Quit licking yourself.
So we are proud to present he is Ann's his agent, really. He goes around and does special shows.
Yes. Come here.
He is a expertly trained and can train your dog just by looking at him to be good in all settings. And Ann, why don't you tell us a little bit about your background of dog training?
Dog training. So I had my own dog a long time ago. Had a book back when there were books before the internet was invented.
Analog.
Yeah, it was called How to Train Your Dog Before Your Dog Trains You.
Nice.
Yes,
Nice.
exactly. So it was really good. Older, non-scientific techniques, so we've progressed to newer, better stuff now. But I've been training, doing dog classes locally here for, 12 years.
Yeah.
I've been a volunteer puppy raiser with a guide dog school for 20 years. So, a lot of dog things.
So, Guiding Eyes for the Blind, is that the...
That's the school.
Okay, so
Yep.
way back, my mom and dad had a golden retriever that had 11 pups, and two of them went to, two males, went to Guiding Eyes for the, they both graduated. One was Mitchell, and they always name him after the last name of the owners. I didn't know, back then it was, 40 years ago.
40 years ago.
One was Mitchell, one was Marcus, and they went off to be hugely successful Guiding Eyes for the Blind dogs. And so you did that training
I helped,
as well?
Right, I was actually an employee down in Patterson, New York, where the breeding center is. So I worked with the 6 to 8 week old puppies.
Yeah.
And evaluating them as to whether we wanted to place them with a volunteer raiser and raise them as part of the guide dog program, or they temperamentally weren't sound enough to be a future service dog, and they would get adopted out to a family.
Sure. And so Willie is kind of a example of that, right? Except that he had a defect, right?
He was released due to a medical issue in that his left eye did not develop properly. He has no usable vision in it.
Yeah.
And apparently they prefer guide dogs with binocular vision.
Can they get him a dog?
He doesn't care. He's only got one eye that doesn't work. But we do competition.
One-eyed Willie.
We do competition agility and runny jumpy things, and he doesn't know the difference.
Oh,
You got a good sniffer.
Oh, he's got a great
The
sniffer.
best.
We do
One
great
blue
sniffing
ribbons.
stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So-
you would know.
And
if
he's
you-
a therapy dog.
Yep, we do
Different.
therapy dog visits and competition stuff. He helps teach my classes. He comes and hangs out at the brewery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
So if you're, and we get multitudes of people coming into the beer garden and our campsites here that have animals, dogs, and 80% of them are great, and the other 19% the parents need to learn how to run their dogs, or the dogs aren't doing a very good job of teaching the parents.
Dog is
Well, the
And,
dog
dog
has
before the dog
trained
trains
the
you.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
The dog got the book first.
we've come up with this brilliant idea, or Ann did, about coming up with classes to educate yourself with your dog in a brewery, beer garden setting.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know. Let's tell us what's your idea. What's our ideas here as far
Starting in May.
Starting in
Starting in
right?
May,
Yep.
Wednesdays, we've scheduled these classes for 4:30 in the afternoon. And we have some specific skills that are useful in the brewery setting.
Yeah.
So as we say, the brewery setting is normally set up for the enjoyment of humans, not so much dogs.
Yeah.
So we're trying to teach the dogs some skills for them to enjoy the same space safely with other customers and other dogs.
Like
Right.
not jumping up on picnic
By
tables.
not jumping on tables,
Knocking over someone with a beer
having
glass.
them up underneath the table so they're not tripping any of the staff coming out, serving, or other people walking around.
And respecting other people's space that
Right.
maybe don't have a dog.
Right.
No barking.
Now, in listening to all of this, from context clues, I'm picking up that it's not entirely about training the dog. A lot of this is about training the owners
It's
too, right?
always training the owners. A lot of it is training the owners. And we'll talk a little bit about body language so the owners know when their dogs have kind of had enough and probably ought to go someplace else or come back at a different time.
Yep.
You know, don't bring your dog to Oktoberfest, for instance, when it's that busy.
Yeah.
Unless
you
he's a
know?
dachshund. We like dachshunds.
Well, there's that. There's that. So
Or
there's,
it's
you
one
know,
of
picking
those,
your dates and times.
what's the ones that
It's
have
a
the barrel
German
of beer
dog, isn't
underneath
it?
the
They
chin?
are.
Oh, the St. Bernard.
St. Bernard, yeah.
St.
You
Bernard.
bring your
Keg
barrel
Keg of
of
whiskey
beer
under
out.
the chin.
Yeah. They're
Yeah.
used
Keg
to
of
the brew
thirsty
scene.
botanist right there.
That's right.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah.
And
How
you're
do
going to
people
be.
sign up?
That's
yeah, really what
right.
we need
And
to
so
know. How do
yeah.
you sign up?
How you
If
wanna
you're
sign
How are we
up?
going to sign up?
I'll put a QR code right here. You can scan that, or I will put a link in the description when we publish this video, and you'll be able to sign up. And again, it's Wednesdays in May, 4:30 in the afternoon. How long does the course take?
It's an hour.
It's about an hour long,
hour.
so you can make your plans accordingly. And you can have the best behaved brewery dog. You can then, once you're done with Ann and Ann is done with you, you can then you can let your dog go to the brewery without you. It'll be that good. I don't know why you would want to, but you could. You could.
But I will say, you remember and I'm gonna, remember the larger brewery that used to do the commercials that the guy would go, hey, Skipper,
yes.
go get my beer, and he'd
Oh, yeah,
go
yeah.
and open the
Yeah,
fridge.
yeah.
You can't have your dog go get your pint for you.
No, it's the thumb
Oh,
thing.
that's a great idea.
It's the thumb
It
thing.
is, yeah, they're missing
It's
the
all
thumb.
about the thumb thing.
Yeah. But-
Because there's going to be holes in the cans if it picks them up. So
You guys want to
it's-
start a tab? Yeah, put it under Rover.
He's got my credit card.
He's got this, yeah.
Yeah.
He's been
So,
on Amazon.
Can Willie calm down the next time you bring him in here?
No, he's just out of here.
He's taking a nap. It's a nice
Maybe
sunny
that
day.
bowl of West Coast IPA
That
might have
nice-
done
That'll do it.
Yeah.
Does it for me every time.
A nice warm weather and the sun's out.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Is,
taking a nap.
and if you come early, then you're setting yourself up for the rest of the season here, because once you get in and we certify your dog as brewery friendly, it's like TSA. It's like skipping the line.
Yeah.
Then you don't have to fill out a waiver anymore. We know who you are. We'll figure out some way to give you some sort of special, either a badge or a patch or a ribbon for the dog to wear around.
I think we'll
So
come
we
up
know-
with some. I think we'll come up with maybe some collars that say, BCB certified
Love it.
beer garden
Official
dog.
brewery
Yeah,
dog.
I think we'll do that.
Beer garden dog.
And that
that's a
maybe
great
is
idea.
your prize for getting through the,
And how about
successfully.
the participation part?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
The
Yeah.
wooden neck?
Yeah, so I think after you
gonna
do
throw that
so
in.
the month of May is our kind of the trial run. I would guess it would be. We're going to try this out an hour long with Ann, and so if you come sign up through her QR code. We will we'll give you a wooden nickel that's good for a pint that you can celebrate your first session with Ann. So
And we'll
on us.
update because the hopefully the plan in the future is to have also a 4-week class for the locals to sign up for.
Yep.
So that'll be different from the hour class
Yep.
for most of our camp guests.
Fully,
Or
fully immersive.
fully immersive. Fully.
It's
So-
only good if it's fully immersive. Partially immersive is not as good.
Right, it's like going in a hot tub halfway.
That's right.
So your dog, Louis.
Louis, he needs
Which-
work. He needs work. He'll be showing
He
up.
does, and tell everybody about Louis while we're talking
Oh,
about
yeah.
dogs.
Well, Louis, I met Louis at one of the bars in Boothbay Harbor. Winter, who works down at Pier 1, who pours Thirsty Mountains, by the way. Winter fosters dogs, so she showed up with this dog at a bar downtown. After I had had a couple, fell in love with him immediately, had to have the dog. Now I've got the dog, and he's terrified of everybody except me and my wife. But when she was fostering him, she was calling him Charlie. And through talking to Winter, I found out that his litter was found in a Mississippi porta potty, so we changed his name to Lou. So he's called Louis now.
Does make sense.
I'll put a picture up of Liz's Louis right here, and he's an absolute love bug, but when you get him around other people, he gets a little terrified. He's great with other dogs. He joins up with the pack and just plays, but around other people, he gets skittish. So I'm going to see if Ann can
Yeah, we'll help you
work
out.
out some of the bugs.
There's your first customer, right there.
So
There it is.
No problem.
Done.
Awesome.
You have 2 dogs. What about if someone has 2 dogs? Is it
One human, one dog.
Yeah.
There you go.
One human, one
Yeah.
dog.
If you can't
Okay.
control 2, you got to cut it back and
right.
get
Yeah.
one at a time. And
One
then
at a
you
time.
keep
We have
coming.
campers that have 2 or 3 dogs. That's why I ask.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
One. So if they have 3 dogs and 2 people, they have to pick 2 dogs.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to be left at home.
Yeah.
One dog, one human, leashes in hand.
That's kind of been
Good
our
rule.
unwritten rule around the beer garden anyway. One dog
Yeah.
per person kind
Right,
of thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
At any rate, thanks Ann very much.
Awesome.
You're welcome,
I'm
thank you.
excited for this.
Yeah,
And we're
and
gonna
so
do this all summer?
Hopefully all summer.
Wednesdays at 4:30 in May.
Yeah.
Sign up online and stay tuned for details on when the 4-week classes are going to be beginning and ongoing stuff. So, Wynn, Lori,
Yeah,
Ann,
awesome.
thank you guys very
Perfect.
much.
okay,
Thank you.
good.
All right.
Hey,
Cool. Cheers. I'll do the thumbs. There we go. Thumbs up, Willie.